Hello boys, my name is Koyoshi. Welcome back to my blind playthrough of Mario vs. Donkey Kong for the Switch. As also a 100% playthrough. In the last video, left off in a Donkey Kong jungle donkey for a second time, and also rescuing more mini Marios. Now we're moving on to Fire Mountain. This looks very scary. Any area with lava is pretty scary, but to be fair, it doesn't really matter because Mario in this game dies from just about anything, so it's just another obstacle we have to avoid.
Here we go.
Looks like this one is supposed to teach us how to duck. Okay, we can make that, which is good to know. We didn't make the cycle on this. Probably we're supposed to go there, but we messed up. Alright, well now we can map. There we go. Made it through. The first all of the worlds don't seem to be that bad. After all, they are just introducing new mechanics. But we have Ninjinies, that might be trickier. Ninjinies infamously are really annoying to deal with because they jump up randomly, which could be very tricky to time sometimes. Could probably actually jump up there. Made it through that. I don't think it's worth going for that one-up mushroom. It'd be easier to just jump to them. Might end up losing a life doing that, actually. Oh, there's a spot I could stand over here. Okay, this is one of those we have to do a handstand to jump to get. Alright, we got that. That's a bit of a scary level. You can tell that it's already getting a lot harder. I'll take back what I said. This level is pretty tricky at the end part. Alright. And yes, there is a casual mode. I think... Don't know what that changes, but I don't want to find out. It seems like another easy build. I don't like having easy builds in my video games, so I'm gonna play this in aura because that is what we're dealing with. Now we have a Firebird. I don't think that child could be blocked with your handstand move like you usually do. Oh, that's a squish mechanic as well. Okay, we have to jump right away, and then jump like here. Alright, tricky first section. They're definitely getting harder. It's making us think a lot about what to do. Alright, this one up is a lot easier to pick up than the previous one. Alright. Nice jump skip. Now that's more platforms. Alright, that you cannot make. Okay, so you don't have to redo the first section if you die in a second. That's what I thought. So it just takes you back to the previous section that you immediately died at. Lets you continue again. So it's not as brutal of a game as I thought. And also with extra lives. I don't think we'll be game over anytime soon. Not like I'd like to find out about that though. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. There's both a squishing hazard and a secondary hazard, and not its instant kill doesn't really matter because Mario dies in one end in this game anyway. So, just, you know, it's kind of strange because after seeing him shrink in pretty much every other game before dying, it Doesn't really make sense, but then again, this is what Donkey Kong was like in arcades. You take damage for anything, you just die. That's how Bill was originally. Anyway, that is a tricky level. Let's go into this next level, which is probably gonna be even harder. Oh wow, this is a long starting spot. Oh great, the first timed level. You know me, levelizing levels and secondary levels all at the same time are not easy to deal with. Obviously, if we take too long, the level will rise up and kill us instantly. I don't like that. Okay, somehow I didn't die to that genie. If I was going to, but we didn't. Alright. Well, we made it past the first sinking level session. There's probably gonna be more of those, too. Oh. Nope. Okay, looks like they removed that, but exchanged it for lava bubbles instead. We'll just wait for each of these instead. Go for this part over here first. Alright, we got one up. Who needs a yell when you can switch at all when you can just do this instead? Yeah, that was much easier than just doing that rapid. I don't know what the yell switch is even there for, because, to be honest, if you could just use the red and blue switches, probably not much of a problem. Maybe yell switch was on by default, who knows. Anyways, level 4. We do have to clear all of these. You can do them in any order, but we're doing them as it's probably easier to do it that way.
Here we go.
Oh. More lava bubbles. I'm not surprised. Ice stages usually tend to be pretty annoying to deal with. This one's probably not going to be any exception either. Alright, where's the key at? I think we need to go across here to get it.
Yep.
Oh, I have a... Oh, I just realized what I have to do. That's ridiculous. I didn't get it properly, but I also don't want to take... So I'm gonna retry this. And exactly what I did wrong, too. Let's go straight for this collectible. What I actually need to do is time this better. So it drops down here. Because if we time this just right... Yeah. Now you can see what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go into the door literally as the thing is rising up. That's a thing you can do in this game. At least that's what I think. Okay. Okay, alright, that doesn't count. I thought you could do that. It does look... In our games, that works just fine. Okay. The game's not gonna make it that easy, I guess. So I guess we have to do a little bit more lava platforming below. Ow. I messed up. Let's just retry that. It's faster than having to climb back up again. Remember, this is a blind playthrough, so get used to seeing this happen, as this will probably happen a lot in some of the later stages. I'm not even through probably halfway through the game yet. If it's anything like main game, it's gonna have 8 worlds. Pain or misery to get through. Okay, so, well, now that that setup is set up, the trick doesn't really matter. I still want to stop it on red, though, so that way it doesn't my way later. Only this time, we're gonna leave it there instead of doing nothing. So that means it'll be an extra obstacle to avoid, but that's fine. So now we just take this key up to the red vein and we're done. If you're wondering why I was doing it the other way, I thought there was a way to, like, enter the door from the side. Apparently, they require this ground to be standing up in order for it to enter. Bit sad, but is what it is. Maybe an old version that was actually a skip, but it's fine. We moved on to the second section anyway. Alright. You can throw this guy to create a platform for us to jump. Got him. Alright, got it. Alright, we're done with that level. Now let's move on to the next one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a straightforward game once you know what you need to do for each thing. It's a bit tricky though, having to do those Donkey Kong stages without taking any damage. That's probably gonna be a nightmare, let's be honest, because like I said, I've never beaten a save before, so to learn all the patterns is gonna be probably the toughest part of the whole game, I imagine. And dealing with this rising lava as well. I just have to mention that. Alright. Okay, the timer does seem at least a little bit forgiving, but even then, it's kind of intimidating. The question is, the second part also have rising lava? Nope, it has more objects to avoid. And we messed up, so now these enemies are on an awkward timer.
Mamma mia.
I pretty much deserve that. I was just gonna try and there in the early cycle, and because I messed up, the enemies were on different timers than I expected. Be nice if I could actually jump onto the switch. There you go. Jeez Louise. Okay. Finally got past that. That was annoying. Even just jumping onto the assault platform itself was tricky. That was actually harder than dodging the enemies, it seemed. Funny, I didn't run into any of the enemies. I was able to jump over those, but yeah, I couldn't jump on the small platform itself. To be fair, it's a small platform. What do you expect from this game? Alright. Almost done with the third world, though. Most of this game is pretty short, though, because, again, these are very short bands. Hence why the timer's so fast, too. Because it's a pretty fast game, I imagine. Anyway.
Here we go.
Oh my, it just... Okay, this time it starts with the lava. So what's it gonna do? Interesting. So it just slowly reveals the stage. So it's weird. Instead of doing secondary segments, it just slowly goes down and back. It's just weird. Probably alternates back up, so I don't want to find out that ends up being bad or not, so I'm gonna just go to the top and forget about that whole thing. Very interesting though, so we can't go super fast in that part. We have to just wait for it to hit a certain point. Did not throw that properly, but honestly, as long as the enemy's out of my way, it doesn't really matter. Don't get anything for multiple enemies in this game anyway. Oh, I messed up that jump completely. Because it's a different game than normal, it can be very tricky to time your jumps, especially when you're used to one or the other. Got him this time. Alright. Again, that jump almost tricked me. But I got through that time. Alright, we did it. Thankfully, a lot of the tricky levels, they seem to usually put the one-up in an easy-to-reach location. And yes, in case you might have already noticed for me skipping that previous one-up before, it's just a one-up. It's not required for 100% necessarily. Trust me, I already started that level. It's only turned that way because it's a one-up mushroom minigame again.
Here we go.
Got it. Alright, nice one-ups. Now back to the mini Mario segment. Wonder how tricky this one's gonna be, who knows.
Let's go, little guys.
Oh, how nasty. They really put the goal right next to the start of the game area. And yes, the mini Marios themselves have to be the ones to collect the O and whatnot. If they don't collect it, it will not work out. That's weird. Besides, they don't always follow Mario there, but then when you go and jump up, they do follow him. I think that probably wasn't intended, but whatever. Thankfully, that seemed to be easier than the previous toy one. Now we get to go to the hardest and most interesting part, the Donkey Kong level again. Kind of interesting that if you retry it, you get only 4 hits to take during them. But the first time you come in here, you always get 6. Now what? Oh, this is much trickier. No objects to throw at Donkey Kong right away, so we have to wait on him then. Then we can start attacking him. There's also ones that can't even be picked up. Now the bales feel more like actual original Donkey Kong. This is literally just the same thing that happened in the original Donkey Kong. Okay, I messed that up. Yes, it is possible to hit Donkey Kong from that lower platform. Okay, this seems to be mostly just a waiting game. Onion just throws stuff at random, but I know he's usually gonna throw a fireball on that right side, so... Yeah, we first tried that. That was actually the easiest of the Donkey Kong stages, not even level 1, because I did get hit there. Well, to be fair, I was careless the first time. So yeah, first Donkey Kong stage that we did first trying this. That World 3 is already done. Now we move on to World 4. We'll also find out very sooner or later. Merry Miniland. Is this game close to the end? I don't know. Remember, this is blind, so I have no idea. There's at least, from what appears to be, like, at least 3 more worlds. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of this episode. In case you haven't already noticed, we've reached a new world, which means it's the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video where we continue to play through this amazing game. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.